Common PUBG player here. If you're new to the game or want to learn how to beat players that are better than you probably need some urban warfare tactics. These are just skill sets. This one, we're going to talk a little bit about camouflage. This is the garb, the clothing that I wear on green maps. I have a few loadouts here. This is for my desert maps, and this one is for winter maps. Now this is the best clothing that I've been able to find within my inventory so that I can use what I need. Once you're in your lobby, you can actually choose. You can hit your tab key and choose your clothing because you're not going to know what kind of map you get into until you're in your lobby. For example, in this particular map, which is the desert map, I'm going to click my tab key and I'm going to move over to number 2, which is my desert camouflage. All the people are most likely going to drop close to the line. This is my favorite little town. Although I've been in all these towns, I know them fairly well. I just like this town. I'm probably going to have some players here. This isn't a casual match. It's a regular solo match. Now, dropping on this side of the town could be more strategic. We'll find out. I usually put a point on the map, but I'm just going to drop down. Now I could wait. Just take your hand off the keys. See where your people are going to land. He's going straight down. He thinks that he's going to need to get loaded out in this massive town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the town is so big. If he drops back into that area, there's a guy behind me. You know, I'm not in that big of a rush to get loaded out. This is one of the bigger towns in PUBG. Just going to go ahead and pick that up because that is the weapon I got. I used to play a lot where whatever weapon I picked up, that's the one I played with. And, you know, play with what you can play with well. If you really want to practice, get into the training grounds. If I can find a backpack, I'm still going to move around silently and crouched just because I know they know I'm here. This helmet is matched to the map. You're not too concerned about being camouflaged inside of a town. Where you need to be camouflaged is in an open area. I'm going to put this on that. Switch these out. Don't need 2. I don't need that ammo. He's already taking shots at people. If I know he's a real player, I'll eliminate him out of the match so that I don't face him down the road. I'm just going to sit here for a second and see if I can hear anyone. It's one of my favorite items on the ground. I want to make sure it's in my slot. Playing in a match recently, and I got the stun on my opponent. and my mouse hit my keyboard, and I didn't bring my weapon, my gunfire across him. Lost the match. Well, I didn't win the match. So there are about 14 different skill sets that I have been able to identify. And you're going to learn each one. This is a new attachment. It's called the muzzle brake. Might be able to shoot that barrel now. You're going to learn those skill sets a little bit at a time. PUBG is a very complex game. And you have to have a lot going on in your mind to keep your mind wrapped around what's going on in the game. That's why I try to keep things simple. I try to keep my loadout as simple as possible. I always like to know what weapon I have in my hand, etc. I'm going to need about 4 of those, 4 of these, 5 or 6 of these, and as many stun grenades as I can pick up. I've already got a pan. Learning the different bushes and the different styles and colors of map and the foliage and the shadows, all of that has to do with camouflage. This weapon here is a very solid, stable weapon that I shoot. I shoot this weapon really well. Might go ahead and take it. I'm actually more likely to win with it. I only need about 120 rounds for my sniper. I'm not going to need this. I'm not going to be able to use the muzzle brake, which is a new item. Strategically playing, I'm going to play with this weapon that I just picked up. If I'm going to play strategically. So I'm going to sit here and see if my enemy's going to come hunt me. The circle is too far. Everybody's scrambling to get a vehicle. And I should be too. Can I get a vehicle without getting out in the open? That's the question. There's the vehicle. Does he know the vehicle spawns there? If he doesn't, he's going to be running somewhere else. What I don't want to miss is a 6x scope. In very rare cases, I'll break glass, but in this case, I'm not going to break glass. Not when I can run down and get out silently. I don't know where he is. And I'm not going to go out that door. I'm going to go out this one. I also know of another vehicle over here. If it's not there, I'm in trouble. And I'm looking for a lighter colored backpack. Might just run through these houses. I'm going to go ahead and shut that door just to keep my skill sets. I didn't need this ammo actually. Just to keep my skill set up, I'm going to go ahead and shut that. I'm going to take this pack. These I'm not gonna need. Vehicle is over here somewhere. If not, there's one sometimes up on the road. There's no vehicle here. This map is so big that it's pretty punishing. Learning your zones, your drops, and dropping is a skill set that I have bundled into one. Vehicles is another skill set. Your loadout, what you're going to carry to keep simple and keep your head wrapped around the game, is another skill set. I thought I was going to be able to parachute there, which is a nice new feature. Your throwables and your launchables is another skill set. Weapons is a skill set. Attachments, another. Maneuvering. Deception. Decoying. Evasion. Cover. Somebody over there is sniping. I might be dead. How far do I have to go? Too far. By the time I get to the zone, I will have lost my medkits, and it will be a much harder zone. This is pretty typical for this map. I actually need some optics as well. I'm going to use this little hill here to cover my line of sight. And hopefully I can get a vehicle up here. So I just hit the equal key so that I can auto run and keep an eye behind me with the control key. I'm watching my health pretty closely. Sometimes there's a vehicle here. Wouldn't mind finding a scope. Let's see what he has. Didn't need the ammo. It's a level 3 vest. There are vehicles down here. There's a motorcycle on the road. And probably everybody's moved out of this town. This little town's a hot spot. I'm going to go ahead and already pick a spot where I'm going to need to be once I get on that motorcycle, and I'll probably heal up before I get on it. Take another pill. I should have done it before I'm out here in the open, but it is what it is. Is that a vehicle? No. These are dangerous vehicles. You gotta know how to drive these. If you just go flying into here and hit these, you'll be in the air. And you may not live if you crash it. It's a loud vehicle as well. I'm losing all my stealth for this vehicle. Whoops. Go ahead and heal up. Got people shooting back in there. He's probably up on that mountain. The likelihood that he can hit me with that sniper, if he can, he deserves the kill. I hit my space bar to level that out. Got a guy right in front of me. Do I want to go for that kill or do I want to go for the zone? He's going to shoot at me, I'll guarantee it. Like this little town, the one that I'm gonna have to go to. 19 alive. I need to get my bandages going, just one. And I'm gonna have to get this motorcycle again. I'm going to come in on the back end of that town. Just got sniped on the outside. Oops, picked up the wrong weapon. It's a skill set that I need to get down. Doing this takes your fingers off the keys to move. If there's anybody up there, I would have been sniped. And I'm going to go in on foot. Make sure there's nobody in that building. You can climb all the way to the top there, but you're exposed. Why not pick that up? I'm just running exposed now. There he is. He's shooting at me. If I get shot here, it would be a shame. He's probably right behind me. So I'm going to outmaneuver him. If he's not down here, I'm going to get over here where he doesn't think I'm going to be. Like to get him, but I'm not going to risk the game getting him. You should be there. This little gun holds 53 bullets. Now I'm going to have to sneak up behind this guy here. Barely saw him. Wham. I'm gonna get the same shot at me by this guy. That's the way it goes. Headed west. Now this guy has a, I think it's a 100 chicken dinner medal. That's what I'm going for. I'm almost going to get my 100 pistols, which is killing 5 enemies within a match. Pretty close to it. I'm actually closer to it. His camouflage doesn't quite match the map. So thanks for watching Common PUBG Player. Ooh. Oh, that's too bad.